To give you the legal edge, and joining us as always is Bryan Waldman from the Sinas Dramis Law Firm. And every now and then, Bryan, we hear about wacky and silly laws on the books.
Right, absolutely. They're still out there.
Yeah, oh my goodness. So several years ago, wasn't there an effort, I thought I heard, that to eliminate some of the outdated laws?
There was. Back at the end of 2015, the state eliminated a number of laws that just didn't make any sense to still have on the books. For example, they did away with a law that outlawed walkathons or distance walking events. They outlawed a law that dictated how and where the national anthem could be played. And they outlawed a law that was really my favorite, that led to the prosecution of what came to be known as the cussing canoeist.
I remember that case, but remind everybody.
So the cussing canoeist was a guy who was on the Rifle River with his friends, and he tipped in his canoe, and from his mouth came what the courts called a stream of profanity. And that stream of profanity was done with children and a family behind him.
Yeah.
And there was a sheriff deputy on the side of the river, and he heard this going on. And ultimately, this individual's name was Timothy Boomer, was prosecuted for violating a law that said that it was illegal to use profanity in the presence of women and children, or women or children.
Yeah, well, you know, it was an anger and frustration. Yeah, he tipped the canoe.
And so Timothy Boomer actually, and you can look it up, People versus Boomer, he ultimately won the case at the Michigan Court of Appeals. The statute was found unconstitutional, but yet it remained on Michigan's books for about another 13 years after that.
Man, oh man. So what about you, Bryan? Are there any laws that you found that are just outdated or silly?
Yeah, so there's a couple state laws that still seem kind of outdated. There's a law that prohibits anyone from buying, selling, or even negotiating the price of a car on a Sunday. There's also a law that says it's illegal, it's actually a felony for a man to seduce and destroy the moral purity of a woman. A single woman, not a married woman.
Okay.
And then there's a number of local ordinances. For example, in Swartz Creek, there's an outlaw on house parties.
Oh, no.
In Leslie, before you ride your bicycle, you have to have it inspected by the chief of police to make sure it can be ridden safely. And in East Lansing, there's a number of them. It's illegal to throw a snowball from a car. It's illegal to make phony or crank phone calls. And it's against the law to spit on the street, sidewalk, an alley, or a parking lot.
Oh, come on.
Against the law in East Lansing.
Oh, my goodness. So my husband and I love to sing, go to karaoke a lot. And I thought I heard that there was an ordinance in Kalamazoo where a husband couldn't serenade his wife. Is that true?
Yeah, so a lot of these strange laws you hear about are kind of urban legends. And so I did look this one up.
Yeah.
And I was not able to find a law that specifically says that a husband cannot serenade his wife. But what I did find was a law that says it's illegal to yell, shout, whistle, or sing in a way that disturbs someone's peace or tranquility. And so, you know, if your husband was going to sing to you, probably not a violation of the law. If someone with a voice like mine is going to sing, they probably deserve to be arrested.
Oh, see, now we need to go further. You're lucky we're out of time, Bryan.
Yep, we're out of time.
Because we'd love to hear you sing.
Another day.
All right. Well, thank you so much, as always, for being here and giving us the legal edge.
Thanks, Siobhan.